days, 8, 9 days. We weren't running, and then I freaking tore my hamstring off the bone in the game, and I've never been a hamstring guy, so that's why I said that after the game. I think it just wasn't meant to be that day, not for us, not for me, and that sucks because you want it to be your day. You do everything you can to make sure it's your day, and it just wasn't.
So what do you think the future holds football-wise for you?
I don't know, to be honest with you. If somebody wants to offer me a $300 million contract, I'll sign it. But at the end of the day, like for me right now, I've been in free agency 3 times. Right? I was in free agency in 16. I was in free agency in 17. No, 4 times. So 16, then 17, I was out, and then 18, and then in 19, I was in free agency again. So the thing that's been discouraging for me, to be honest, is that every time I've hit free agency, except for the first time when I signed to Cleveland, the bad rap that Mike Shanahan and his crew put out there about me has hurt me. Not many people know this, but in 2019, I was training down at Bomeritos in Miami, and Miami needed a quarterback. I was a free agent. The free agency had just started, and the organization wouldn't bring me in the building for a meeting when I was down the street. My agent told him, "Hey, he's down the street. Bring him in for a meeting. I promise you, you'll love him. He's nothing like what they tried to make him out to be." And Miami straight up told my agent, "Nah, we can't bring him in the building. We can't bring him in the building because we're afraid of what might happen because of what was said about him in Washington." And I've had to fight that my whole career. And the sad part about it is, you sitting here talking to me, you would probably, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you would say, "Yeah, I mean, you're nothing like what they tried to make you out to be." But more guys get hurt. Some guys are what they make them out to be. Don't get me wrong. I've heard some stories and I'm like, that is true. Okay? If you want to ask me anything about Earl Thomas, it's true. Okay? It is true. Earl, I mean, oh my goodness. But for me in my career, what they did to me, even though I was a consummate teammate in 2014 when I was in and out of the roster, and Kirk was starting and Colt was starting, I was a consummate teammate. I was there for him. I supported him. I helped him in the film room. 2015, I didn't play a snap, and I didn't say a word. I was a great teammate. I celebrated with us when we won the division. I did all the things that I was supposed to do the right way. And when I hit free agency, everything that the coaches around the league were saying about me, or front offices to my agent, were the things from 2013 that Mike Shanahan had put out there. And I just felt like that is demoralizing. And it's happening to me again this offseason. It is demoralizing. But at the same time, I'm never gonna try to play into a stereotype. I've never been that guy. I'm not. I don't think I'm arrogant. I don't think that. I know I work hard. I know I study. I know I can read the defense. I know I can operate a huddle. I can lead guys. I can be reliable. And it's just unfortunate. I don't know what to do about it. I have these conversations with myself. I have these conversations with my agent, with my wife. What do you do? What do you do when that's not who you are, but one very powerful person put that seed out there? And, you would think like a Kyle Shanahan, like, why wouldn't Kyle sign me? Well, it's his dad. Why wouldn't Matt LaFleur bring me in? Well, because he's a Shanahan guy. Why wouldn't Sean McVay bring me in? He's a Shanahan guy. He's a Gruden guy. And I don't know other way to put it. It's not because I'm not a good football player. I'm a better football player than almost every quarterback that's been signed this offseason.
Why do you think Why do you think Mike disliked you so much? Is it just because you got stuck in the middle between him and Snyder? I know we've talked about this a million times, but that's a long way to carry a grudge against somebody that kind of was just an innocent bystander somewhat.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, I used to, like, from 2013 to about, until I got signed by Baltimore in 2018. 13 to 18, I spent many sleepless nights thinking about that very question. What did I do to make him dislike me that much. And I don't know if I did anything. I do think a big part of it was being caught in the middle between him and the owner. But also, you know, just to be honest, I think it was just a blame game. You know, Mike's trying to get in the Hall of Fame. He's not. But what he did to me he should never get in the Hall of Fame. I think he will because he won a Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls, and he was a great coach. You know what I mean? I'd never take that away from him. Football-wise, Mike Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, they're some of the best football minds I've ever been around. You know, McVay falls into that category too. It's just McVay likes to control. He wants to talk in your ear during the play, all that stuff. Right. I dealt with that too, like golf was doing, but it actually made golf better, so maybe he should have let him keep doing it. But he's one of the best football minds I've ever been around. And I think he looked at it and said, I'm going to blame the owner and I'm going to blame the black quarterback. Because those two things have always worked in the NFL. I don't know anyone that I've ever talked to, maybe besides you, that likes Dan Snyder. I don't know. The major media networks hate him, right? ESPN hates him. CBS hates him. ABC hates him, you know? The Washington Post can't stand him.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to say that those networks hate him, but they do push out a lot of the hate that the Washington Post and all these local networks say about him. And, you know, just thinking through it, I think Mike said, look, I know if I say he's meddling, everyone's going to believe me. And he knew that if he said me as a black quarterback wasn't smart, wasn't studying, was selfish, people were going to believe that because it's just been the common stereotype about black quarterbacks for years, man. You know? And I don't know. I think it was a blame game. I think he wanted to walk out of it unscathed. And he knew that if he blamed Dan and he blamed me, he would walk out of it unscathed.
So Robert, when you say that you don't think he should get in the Hall of Fame because of what he did with you, you're just talking overall or specifically in that Seattle game?
Bless you, baby. Bless you. Bless you. She sneezes a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to think about if I want that in the book or not. But,
no, I was going to put it in. I was just curious.
Just talking to you, you know, honestly, I don't think he should get in the Hall of Fame because of what he did to me in the Seattle game. It wasn't just the Seattle game. It was the expansion of the season since the Baltimore game.
Right.
So in that last part of the season, for what he did to me there, and then what he did to me from the time I got hurt and had surgery until he got fired in 2000, I think either December 2013 or January 2014. From what he did to me through that whole year, you know, he didn't just set me back. He set the organization back many, many years. It's 2021 and the organization is just starting to recover.
Right.
From what he did. Because all the draft picks and all that stuff, you know, it trickles down. It trickles down over the years. So I think that's why I would say I don't think he deserves to get in the Hall of Fame. I just don't know Hall of Fame coaches that are doing that type of stuff, man.
Okay. And
that's personal. You know, that's not. I think he gets in the Hall of Fame because he's a great coach. He's won multiple Super Bowls and he's done it for a very long time. He's been an asset to the game as far as his coaching tree and how great he's been. If I could take away my 2 years with Mike Shanahan, I would never say a bad word about him. But because of my personal experience with him, how he treated me through my injury, and then how he destroyed, I say tried to destroy because I'm still playing, right? But you could just say how he destroyed my career early on by what he said to me off the field to the media and how he systematically went about that. I'm just like, man, that's terrible. But I do think he'll get in. I think he'll get in, and I don't know when, but I think he'll get in to the Hall of Fame. And I won't be clapping, but
you want what?
I won't be clapping.
Oh, you won't be clapping. You think there's still time for you to accomplish